Welcome. This is a portion of a 2 hour conversation that took place in June of 2019 after the NRA national meetings. A conversation about NRA with Mac from Military Arms Channel, Jeff Knox from Firearms Coalition, Rob Pincus from ICE and 2AO, Shawn from We Like Shooting, and Jared from Guns and Gadgets. Together, we talked about the current state of the NRA, where it's going, and what we can do. Links to each of the participants and the full 2 hour conversation are available below. All right, well, without getting too negative, our goal here isn't to shake fists at the sky and just complain about what exists, right? Our goal is first to illuminate what's going on. We've been chatting for an hour, and again, I want to appreciate everybody's time. I know that Rob and Tim are getting pressed on time, but let's transition into what are our options. What are some options? Tim, Rob, when you guys take it, and we'll go from there.
Well, I think the strategy one strategy we can use is to deny them funds. And if we can spread the word and get people to stop financially supporting the NRA, at some point, it's going to become so painful for them that's going to force change. But who knows how long that can take, because people seem to be really slow on the uptake that are staunch NRA supporters. But I will say the last time I went to an NRA convention and walked the floor, it was in Dallas. And I met people, and I'm wearing my NRA's Not Real Activist t-shirt, walking the floor, and people in full NRA dress, man. They got the buttons, the hat, the red vest, and, lifelong NRA members in their 50s, 60s, and 70s coming up to me saying, thank you, because somebody needs to fix this organization. They're still supporting it, but even those guys are starting to realize there's something wrong. But all we can do is deny them money and force change that way. Or, Rob's got some ideas. I mean, I've been trying to just deny them access to funds.
Yeah, I just want to piggyback on what Tim said, because he's spot on. When organizations have gone so wrong, the only way they can fix them is with the money in the pocketbook. And also, I think we are playing a big part. Those of us who have, much bigger platforms than I do, as long as we keep pumping the truth out there and we can start making people see the light, I think that is ultimately going to help more than any email campaign or anything like that. If you hit them in the wallet and get more truth spread, I think it's going to force their hand more than anything.
This strategy is risky. We have to recognize that, and we have to talk about it. I think it's something that we don't talk about enough, is we deny the money. Clearly, if the money's not there, the lobbying ability isn't there, the ability to, provide money to attorneys and things like that to actually fight for some of the Second Amendment cases across the country is not there. So, I mean, at some point and I'm a little wishy-washy on this, because I absolutely understand where you guys are coming from. At the same time, I'm like, okay, well, if they don't have the money to do the actual fighting that they are doing, and I don't know that any of us agree that the NRA is not doing any good across the country. Where does it? I mean, they're not going to fix it. Like, they're not going to fix it unless they're forced to fix it, right? So,
well, they're going to be forced either by the members or they're going to be forced by the government, because the NRA on its current course is going away. That's the eventuality. That's the truth. If they don't get leadership change at some point in the near future, the NRA's very existence is in jeopardy. And so, and when I say, if you're not supporting the NRA financially, support somebody else. It's not like the NRA is the only people that sue or run court cases or are active in supporting our Second Amendment rights. The Firearms Policy Coalition likes to sue. SAF likes to sue. GOA likes to sue. Send them your money. There are alternatives. When you're denying NRA money, reroute that money to organizations that are probably more effective in fighting for our rights. I'm not saying just take the money away and keep it in your pocket. Give it to people that are actually going to use it. But every strategy you use, and I understand where you're coming from, man, it's all dangerous. I mean, when you're talking about bringing down that giant, it can crumble any number of ways, and what springs from it after it's brought down may not be to our benefit. I mean, it's true with the NRA. It's true with government. When people talk about they want a civil war, you don't even know what's on the other side of a civil war. It may not, the government that arises afterwards may not be what you wanted. So everything that comes with inherent risk, but something has to be done now to wake up the membership, because the NRA literally could be forced out of business if we don't affect change before that. And I'm going to think the fastest way to get their attention, and I think it's through the pocketbook.
I'm going to say that if you withhold money, I'm not disagreeing, but I'm going to suggest maybe let them know I was going to give you $20, but it instead went to fill in the blank, better organization, so that they know they got slighted, right? I don't know if it's a good advice to return the return envelopes, the prepaid return envelopes with a note that says you're not getting my money and here's why. But Shawn, you were saying it's a bad strategy. Were you about to say because there's another strategy, or?
Oh, no. I'm not saying it's a bad strategy. I'm saying that I worry about the strategy. And
This is a portion of a 2-hour conversation that took place in June of 2019 after the NRA national meetings. A conversation about NRA with Mac from Military Arms Channel, Jeff Knox from Firearms Coalition, Rob Pincus from I.C.E. and 2AO, Shawn from We Like Shooting, and Jared from Guns and Gadgets. Together, we talked about the current state of the NRA, where it's going, and what we can do. Links to each of the participants and the full 2-hour conversation are available below.